Organic, it's all about soil. For me, it's all about soil. It's putting as much carbon and nutrients back into the soil as you take out, always, or more, hopefully more. And my philosophy is healthy soils make healthy plants, and healthy plants make healthy people, and healthy people make healthy communities. Well, my name's Jim Durst, and we're in Central California in the Yolo County. We currently farm about 700 acres, and our major crops are asparagus, which we farm in the spring, along with snap peas. And then during the summertime, we do cherry tomatoes, seedless watermelons. In the fall, the watermelons stop, and then we start winter squash. And our markets are mostly into the wholesale and retail markets across the United States. So we actually do ship to the East Coast and to the Pacific Northwest, and a good deal of our product stays on the West Coast, but we do ship back east. So during production time, we have about 175 people working here, and we try to pay above what anybody else pays for wages. I look at greenhouses, I'm in the tomato business, and our season's only 4 months long, but right now we're getting a lot of competition coming out of Mexico. And we pay more in 1 hour than they do in 10 hours in Mexico. Where's the parity there? And that's organic, and I'm glad they're growing organic, but it's not Mexican farmers who are growing organically. It's California farmers who got tired of the regulations in this state and moved their operations to Mexico, and then they're sending it back up here because they got marketing organizations all set up in this country. So they just slide it in, and it makes it look like, it's grown here, or it comes from here. The hardest thing, I think, if I was starting today, is how do I get my stuff into even a local supermarket, one that's within 5 or 10 miles of me. It's pretty difficult because they already have established buying channels, and their buying channels are tied in to big marketing organizations that are working all over this country and all over the world, actually. So unless you can tie into one of those marketing organizations, there's very few retailers are going to give you a spot on the shelf. And even if you only had 10 boxes, but they don't want 10 boxes. They want what they want, and they want how many they want, and they want it, and you have to be able to produce and keep up with them if you want to be one of their preferred providers. And so there's something about the distribution system that we're working in right now that is probably unhealthy. I think that, for one thing, not only do my own feeling, we need to decentralize our distribution systems. We've developed a culture that is addicted to strawberries 360 days a year.
That tastes awful.
It is. It tastes like garbage. Well, I first became certified in 1984. When I joined CCOF, I became certification chair for our chapter. And then being a certification chair for our chapter, you're automatically on the state certification board. And at that time, we were writing a lot of the rules and the regulations for organic agriculture for California, for CCOF. Every week we just hammered on one point or worked out something and wrote and rewrote, and finally came up with things that we thought had to do with the integrity of working with the soil and creating healthy soil. And agriculture, wherever in this planet you are, should be built upon the premise that the soil brings us life, and we have a responsibility to return and enhance and build up the life that the soil really is. It's a living creature. The soil's not dead. It's a living thing. Mm-hmm. And I think that when we learn that as a culture, we will have a different outlook on how we fit into this planet, what our role really is here. There's a lot of philosophy in all these rules. There was a lot of philosophy. How are we going to steward this in a way that is sustainable, really, for the, not just for our generation, for generations to come. For us, it's working with the people and working with the plants and working outside. It doesn't get any better than that.